you need to have a proper environment to practice, especially. Okay, so at the time of working, you might need to work on only one or two functions or three functions, but at the time of practice, in order to understand, you need to have a proper environment. So I'm taking it as Excel. Excel is the best environment, and even I have some limitations with my tools, with my machine. So I'm using Excel. So before starting writing a function, how you can configure your Excel to work with the time intelligence functions is, we need to construct a model in Excel. For that, you need to open Power Pivot concept as part of Excel. So whenever you open Excel, you don't have the Power Pivot mentioned over here. If you don't have that one, what you need to do is File, Options, Add-ins. In the Excel add-ins, you have an option called Com add-ins. Go here, you are able to see Power Pivot and a Power View. Enable these two things. Click on OK, so that you are able to see the Power Pivot over here. So here you can construct a model. Whatever you do as part of tabular SSAS or Power BI, you can do from here. Now, so I enable the Power Pivot in my Excel. The next thing what you need to do is, before adding in a Power Pivot, what you will do, you will add a table to the Power Pivot model. So I have to add a table. So if I'm not here, each sheet will be considered as a one table. Instead of doing that, I want to mention that boss, only this specific area is a table I want to mention. For that, what you need to do is Control T you need to select. Whenever you mention a Control T, by default in that sheet the complete data will be selected, or you can specify whatever the part that you want with the help of the cell numbers. So fortunately the complete table was selected. My table has headers I'm mentioning, and click on OK, and I'm creating this as a table. It's a date table I'm mentioning. So in this sheet, instead of considering the complete worksheet as a table, only this part I want to consider it as a table, and I given a name as a date. And then after, similarly I will do the same thing for fact also. So Control T, and I am giving a name as fact sales, RS sales I'm giving. So click on OK. So you created two tables with the name called date and a sales. You already enabled a Power Pivot. So now what you need to do is, you need to add this table to the Power Pivot. Okay, so for that what you need to do is select a table, click on Add to Model. Add to Model. Whenever you click on Add to Model, that model will be opened, the table will be added over here. So that table is came here, and then after go to the other table also, date table also, click on Add to Model. So two tables were added to the model, and here you are able to see the data view and the relationship view. So what you need to do is, you need to give a relation between those two tables. So add a date key in relation to the date key, both are numbers, and full date alternate key is the one which represents a date. So if you go to the table. So date key is that complete date was provided as a number here, but it is the actual date. Similarly, in a sales, this is the key. So we provide a relation between them. We provide a relation between them, and the other thing is a bit small formatting which you require at the time of practicing in order to understand properly. We need to sort the English month name based on a month number. So I am sorting this column. Here, sort by another column called English month number of a year. So whenever I use my month name, automatically based on month number it will be sorted. This is one thing. And the second and most important thing as part of time intelligence functions is, without that you cannot do anything. In a SSAS or Excel is, you need to tell that boss, this is the date table, and this is the key you need to consider whenever you are calculating a YTD, MTD, QTD or whatever. In order to calculate, I need to know right from where I need to start till where I need to stop. I need to understand. So at the same time, you need to convey the model that this is the date table, this is the column that you need to consider whenever you are performing calculations. You need to mention that this table as a date table. So here you are able to see that mark date table and mark as date table option is there. You need to mention that, and you need to specify what is the primary key. So he mentioned, and click on OK. Click on OK. So we mentioned that this is the date table and this is the primary key that you need to consider, which means all the calculations you need to perform based on a full date alternative key, and there is a relation between those two tables. This is only the thing which you need to do before writing some functions. Okay, so then after you came to the Excel, open another sheet. In a insert, you have an option called pivot table. Click on insert pivot table, and here you need to select an option called use external data source and choose a connection. Here tables, you are able to see that there is a one model constructed. That model was specified here. You need to click on open. Click on OK. So whatever the model that you constructed, that is available over here. Okay. So now what you can do is the sales amount. This is the overall sales amount, and you can browse that cube. Like we have 4 years data. The data is getting displayed, and similarly if you want to get month name wise also, so you can see that like 2005, from a third quarter we have a data, 2016 complete data, 2017 complete data, 2018 half data we have. So this is how you can see the data. Okay, we have not done any function written so far, so from here onwards you are going to write. This is how you can create your framework. Okay, so this is how you can set up your environment, and you can create a functions now, and you can practice from here onwards. So far, anyone has any questions on this configuration? Until here, whatever I am done, able to understand or having any issues up to here? Arpit, if you're speaking, I'm unable to hear. Or Satish, your audio not connected. So if you don't have any questions, mention no there. Okay. So up to here, any questions? Krishnavani, Kalpana, Rajshekhar. Okay, fine. So what we done is we got the model here. We create a model in Excel and we are able to browse the data however you want. Now, yesterday I told that we have a functions, the time intelligence functions, which can give the data not only from the beginning like overall total, based on your needs, it will calculate the total on this year up to now, or and from this month, for every month it is going to calculate a fresh totals. So if you want that kind of functionality, which we used to write as a running totals, we have a different functions are there. As part of it, the most common functions are total MTD, total QTD, total YTD. So MTD means like from this whatever we designed, the YTD is nothing but, so here this value will be showcased, the same value, and here these two values sum will be showcased. So in this year till February how much, till March how much it is going to display. So that is what YTD. So those are the three most commonly used functions. Now in order to work on this one, what you need to do is, so here what we can do is you are able to see that the measures, new measure you can write. Here we are writing a measure, we can write on any table, that is not a big deal. We have two tables are there, you can write anywhere. So what is the measure name? The measure name, the first measure what I want to do is I want to calculate the sum. Okay, why? Because the same sum I am going to calculate in a multiple places. Instead of rewriting a sum of, I will mention the measure name. Okay, so what I will mention is, I will mention it as amount. Okay, sales amount is already there in column, so amount I want to refer that one. So it's a sum of sales amount. Okay, so the measure name is amount I'm just mentioning, and this is the function, this is the name, and check the formula, is it correct or not. It's a correct, and that sum how I want to represent is, that is like currency, like number, it's a decimal number, how many places, only one place I want to give, use thousand separator, click on OK. So there was a measure which is created, which must be created in a sales data. You are able to see that amount got created, so use that one. If I use that one, same thing was came, but only one digit came and a comma separators for 1000 came. So I am using from here onwards, I will use this one. Okay, so now the first function is MTD, the total MTD. So create a measure, new measure. So I am representing MTD, and the total MTD is nothing but, you need to write an expression what you want to calculate. So here I want to calculate the sum only, but for every month from a first day to that till that month end, I want to calculate a running total. Again February I want to start freshly, so I need to calculate like that. The expression amount column only I will give as input, And what is the date that you want to consider? The date column is nothing but, in a dates table, full date alternative key is the one which is a primary key. So then after, to check the formula and number, how many decimals? It's a 1 decimal, comma separator. Click on OK. So MTD got calculated. You got MTD. So how to test whether it is working fine or not? Is, as it is MTD, the totals will be at a month level only. First starting day to last day, the calculation will be performed. So what you need to do is take a full date alternative key. Here, full date alternative key as part of a row. Now if you see, understand this one, understand this is the MTD functionality. You can see that on July, first day we have 14,000. MTD it is a 14,000. Second day it's 13, it becomes 28. Third day 15, it is a 43. So every day the day value so far, MTD means month to date, till today, on this month how much sales. It is what the month to date is representing. Even though you filter at 12th, it will give you 155,528. It will not give you this one. Okay. So from the starting day of a month, a fresh total will be calculated, and every day it is going to keep on add. So here you can see till 30th it reached to 473. Then after again a fresh sum was started. Which means MTD function within the month only, the starting day it is going to start a reset every month first day, and each day total it will be calculated till the month end, but again for next month it is going to start from a freshly. So if you want to see till today how many leads generated, or how much money that we got, or whatever the KPI that you want to check till today of a month, you can use that MTD function. So I hope the people who are into BI freshly, like not MS BI, Tableau or ClickView, who started in BI, I hope they are able to understand what is the functionality of MTD by seeing these calculations. Clear? Are any questions up to here? Okay, fine. So now that is how you can calculate MTD, and you are able to clearly understand it was running total is getting calculated at each day level, and next month it is getting reset starting from a 17 again, and it was reached to 506, and again next month it was started again. So running total will be calculated like this. That is what MTD function. The next one is QTD. QTD, quarter to date. So from a first date of a month to till that quarter end, it will be running total will be calculated, and then after again for next quarter again it will start from a fresh. So QTD, and here QTD, the total QTD, the expression here again, that amount is the measure that I want to use. The full date alternative key is the date key, and check the formula and a number and a decimal, how many decimals, separator, click on OK. So now what it is doing is, if you consider at a 1 month level, MTD QTD both are same, but the MTD got closed till that month end, but QTD is not closed. It was continued the running total 473 to 491 it became. It was continued here also, and it got stopped here. Why? Because that quarter is completed, July, August, September. From October again it was started. So this running total will be calculated at a quarter level. Okay. So first day of a quarter to last day of a quarter it will be calculated, and every quarter it is going to reset. That is what a QTD. The next one is YTD. So YTD, let me remove this date for now, or like you can calculate. Let me remove it. So I have a year level, month level, and QTD. So now YTD is nothing but from the first day of a year to last day of year it will be calculated, and for every year it is going to roll, like reset the things. So here I am creating another measure, YTD, total YTD, the amount, and full date alternative key, full date alternative key. So here click on check the formula and the number, how many decimals and thousand separated. So here it was YTD. What will happen is, like QTD will calculate based on these three things, it will give sum, and again it will be freshly calculated. But YTD, everything will be continued the sum till here, then after these also will be added. So till the complete year it will be calculated, again it will be freshly started, again it will be freshly started till the complete year it will be calculated. That is what YTD functionality. So these are the most three commonly used functions in any reporting, not only Power BI. It will be Tableau, ClickView, MicroStrategy, everywhere, all the business, wherever it is there, wherever you have reporting, these are the commonly used functions, MTD, QTD, YTD. So this is the functionality of it. It is going to calculate a running total for that month, for that quarter, for that year. Though you filter a specific month, it will not get filtered. Okay, like whenever you are using a Power BI, so for this area, if I filtered August, or if I filtered like September, it was usually like this. Okay, fine. So whenever you filter for September, in normal Power BI, what it will showcase is, it will get filtered this one. But whenever you use MTD, QTD, YTD, it will not change. The same value will be showcased. It is not going to filter to September. It is not going to only showcase the September. It is going to filter everything. Like it is going to showcase everything. So this is the functionality of MTD, QTD, YTD. Before continuing to the next level, does anyone has any questions up to here on the configuration or on these functions functionality? The remaining things will be play on top of these things only. Anyone has any questions? If you don't have questions, mention no. If you have questions, go ahead.
Yeah, could you please show the file options one? You can make it somewhere.
Krishnamani. So which option, Krishnamani?
File options, you have just checked. No, just show me once that file options that to get that Power Pivot and.
Okay, fine. So how to enable the Power Pivot? So if you want to enable a Power Pivot in your Excel, you need to go to File. You have an options at like this one is there. Under that you have a add-ins window. Under that add-ins you have an option called COM add-ins. Under that COM add-in, click on go.
Yeah, I got it.
You need to select these things.
Oh.
Yeah. Fine. So that is how you can calculate that MTD, QTD, YTD. Yes. Yeah.
In YTD, year-wise the calculation change, right?
Yes.
Every year.
Yes.
But here, when you look at the 2005, July has some amount and August amount is have some amount, but the July amount is not added to the August amount, right?
So one second. So here, See, you need to consider whenever you are looking into that YTD, you need to consider this one and this one or this one. So QTD for the first 3 quarters, YTD both the functionalities will be same. So here, if you are having some question on a YTD, so first this value will be showcased, and these two, so sum will be showcased, the T, so sum will be showcased, and QTD here it is going to reset, starts from here again, but YTD, this 4 sum will be showcased here. That is how it is displaying, I feel. Now tell me what exactly your question.
Yeah, fine, fine. I compared. Okay, I didn't
You
compare.
can see it over here, right? Yeah.
Yes, yes. So that was okay. Thanks.
Okay.
Till that year it will be continued, right? For
Till that year it will be continued. You can see that 2016 it was reset completely again.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So whenever we are calculating on that year how much sales or how much whatever the KPI it was using on that year, if you want to see till that date, till that month, till that quarter, you can see these things. So on top of it, there are some KPIs will be there where we don't have the predefined functions, but the KPIs will be used. Those are like Y-over-Y change, Y-over-Y change, year-of-year change, MOM change, and Y-over-Y growth. These are the 3 KPIs generally used to refer whenever they calculated this YTD, MTD, QTD. Okay, so they will calculate this value. They will say that boss, this year till now these are the sales or these are the leads. Thereafter they will tell that when compared to last year, this year is high or low, or how much growth that we got. Okay, so that one, those are the anchor KPIs which we used to represent as part of a reporting. But you don't have any predefined function for it, and we need to calculate that one. However, I used to showcase the calculating a profit. In the same way, this year minus last year by last year, we are going to calculate and we are going to represent that value. And on top of it, we are going to represent the KPIs. Okay, so we are going to calculate. So what is the growth of when compared to last year? This year, the value we are going to calculate. It's a high or a low. If it is a high, we are going to represent with a separate KPI. If it is low, we are going to represent with a separate, like up arrow, down arrow, we are going to represent. This is the functionality will people expect as part of any reporting. More than that, people will not expect anything. Till here, the common functionality MTD, YTD, QTD. Then after YYY change, MOY change, or YYY growth, whatever. So YYY growth. So these things in any reporting will have. So based on that growth, like if it is a high, we are going to showcase a red flag, like green flag. If it is a less, we are going to showcase a red flag. We are going to showcase these things. We don't have the predefined functions. Someone will work on it. So I will tell who can work on it. Okay. So these things are predefined. We don't have a functionality, but we have some custom visualizations which can represent this kind of data. But understanding that one is really difficult. Okay, a bit difficult if you don't have a proper domain knowledge. So for now, what you people can understand is what is this functionality and these 3 KPIs, how you can calculate. You can even by heart it. Okay, so how you can get that value, you can calculate. Then after, with the help of a KPIs, anyways we are using a tabular cubes, you can define a KPI, up arrow, down arrow, you can specify that one. So someone can work on these things, like Kalpana will work on these 3 things and she will share that formulas for it. Okay, so that is about MTD, QTD, YTD. Now whenever you are showcasing this one, clear Kalpana? Okay, fine, perfect. So whenever you are showcasing this one, people are having many requirements. So some people are asking, boss, I want to showcase like what is today's data, what is yesterday's data, what is last 7 days data. So if you see these days, the most frequently all the companies, everyone is looking for that cryptocurrency, Bitcoin and everything. If you see in that sides, you have a good filters are there, which is representing this time intelligence. You can see the trend how they are representing. Okay, so here they are showcasing last 1 hour, last 1 hour, last 12 hours, last 1 day, last 1 week, last 1 month, last 3 months, last 1 year, for all. Okay, and at the same time they are having a separate filter to represent the same. Is it like everyone, even they know BI or not? So like by seeing like, so some sites like I saw like a couple of days back, they are showcasing only day level to today, yesterday, last 7 days, month, 6 months. Now it was reached to 1 hour also. Okay, so whenever the people are seeing this one, they'll expect the same in their reporting also. At the same time, even you can showcase it. If you practice one time, you can create this kind of thing and you can showcase them. But however you want, you can see. You can provide these things. So once you move into that, you might ask for these kind of requirements, or by the time the trend will change and everyone will use these kind of things. Okay, so this is how it will be calculated. But whenever you are calculating this one, you need to understand how they are designed this one. It might be a custom dimension. It might be a custom dimension and it need to get the value. You know that today if you want to get, I can get it. Or 1 week, how to calculate our last 1 week of a data on a fly. Whenever you select 1 week or whenever you select a day, automatically it need to give last 7 days data. Or on the worst case, 1 week means what? From today 1 week. It's not January 1st we are selecting, from there 1 week it is not showcasing. From today 1 week data it is representing. So how to calculate the 1 week? Or from today last 30 days data I require. I don't require MTD. If I use MTD, that will calculate from January 1st. But I want from today last 30 days, which is nothing but December 18th or December 20th. December 20th you can consider. So last 1 month, whenever I mention, it will be, see, December 20th to till date. If I calculate MTD, will I get this functionality? No. So how you are going to accomplish that last 1 month, which is a dynamic, last 7 days, last 15 days, is nothing but we are going to extend our functions with the help of the time intelligence. Okay, so now this kind of functionality someone will work on it definitely. So we saw one scenario which a person who don't know anything they defined. This one was included with this one like long back. We just saw that one, we didn't spend a time. We can spend some time on today or tomorrow and we can accomplish this kind of functionality for sure. Okay, so we'll do that one. I will give an update on this one, how you can achieve this functionality. It's not a big thing. So in order to calculate these things, you require other functions. The MTD, YTD, QTD is not going to support you. Okay, if they ask last 30 days of data, how you can calculate, that is a different concept. So now here the next function is the next function is the total MTD, QTD, YTD. Start of year, start of year, start of quarter, and at the same time it's a month, and the start of a month. And before doing that, we have a today function is there, which you already know what is the today function. It is going to give the date. And so here like today, like we don't have the data till today. As part of live environment, I will have the data till today, but unfortunately, as I am using the data something wrong, that is giving a till 2018 data, till 2008 data. I cannot apply today. Fine. So the next function is same period or parallel period. Parallel period function is there, and same period last year function is there. So let's assume I want to calculate what is the last year this month sales, last year this quarter sales. If you want that kind of functionality, we have a function called same period last year. There is a function which can help you to calculate last year data. Last year today, what is that value? Last year this month, what is the value? Last year this quarter, what is the value? Last year, what is the value? So for that, we have a same period last year. So what you can do there is creating another measure, new measure, same period last year, same same period last year, returns a table with a new column specified by DAX expression. I don't want that one, but what I want is, like, I want to calculate the sum for same period last year of, you need to mention a date. Based on what? Based on full date alternatively. So what I want to calculate is, I want to calculate the sum based on this primary key. Okay, so now verify the same, 1 decimal, 1000 separated, click on OK. So here what he's saying is, boss, you don't have any data for last year, that's why I'm not representing any data. Fine. And it is saying that, boss, for a last year called 2005, I don't have data for first 6 months, that's why I'm not giving the data. Fine. Now you can verify 2006 July, August, September, what are the values that you got? Those values you can consider the same values. You are seeing at month level, right? These values are seeing at a month level. So 2016 July value is this one. Last year how much? Last year means 2005 July how much? 473. That is what represented here. So 2006 August, the value is this much. Last year how much? 506191. So if you want to see the last year data, it might be at a month level, this might be at year level. So you can consider so say 2005, it was not provided. Like 2006, this is the sum. To complete 2006, this is the sum. This sum they provided as a 2005 sum also. Understand? So 2017, the complete sum, which is nothing but last year we are calculating, is nothing but this year 2005 years sum. That is what represented. As you are seeing at a month level, it is showcasing a last year, this month how much. If I showcase at a day level, last year today how much it is going to showcase. Last year, that specific day how much. If you showcase at year level, last year how much it is going to showcase. So based on the granularity, wherever you are seeing at that level, it is going to showcase. That is what same period last year. But if you want to see 2 years back, last year I don't care, 2 years back, the same day or the same month or the same year, like whatever the granularity I am looking at now, 2 years back how much I want to calculate. In that context, I know that last year business is different scenario, but this year business we are doing in the same way. 2 years back, however we are done. I just want to compare both the conditions. The same period last year will not work. That is dedicated for only 1 year back. For that, you have a parallel period function is there. So parallel period function what it is going to return is, for everything we need to use the calculate, and here the amount we are going to calculate, and the filter, what kind of filter that I want to apply is the parallel period of what you need to mention is the dates column. Dates column is nothing but full date alternative key, the number of intervals. How many years back data I want to see? I want to see the 2 years back data, minus 2 years back data. Minus 2, fine. Is it a years or months? I want to see 2 years back data. If I want to see 2 months back data, I want to compare with this month or in November. Or when I am calculating in March, I want to compare with the January. I want to see the January data also. Along with March data, I want to see the January data also. At that time, you can bring as another measure. Okay, you can play with Excel. You cannot not playing with Excel, playing with the time intelligence. Whenever I am calculating a April data, at the same time, I want to see the January data also in the same row. How you can do? You can do by writing a one function. You can mention that -3 of a month. So it will get last 3 months data. Now I want to see last 2 years back the data I want to see. And number, 1 decimal, 1000 separator, click on OK. 1 second. I didn't close this one. Click on OK. So the parallel period, 2 years back data, right, I require. So first 2 years, as first year, before 2 years you don't have, second year you don't have anything. Now it is showcasing that in 2007 it is showcasing 2 years back what is the data, which means in 2005 what is the data, that is data it is representing at a year level. We asked it is showcasing at year level. 2007, 2 years back, what is the data? This is what the data it is representing. And 2008, 2006, what is the data? 2006, this is the complete 2006 data. This is representing. And 2009, 2007 data it is going to represent. 2009, 1, 2009. One second. So 2007 it was represented 1 year back. 2005, 2008, parallel period once again. If you want to see the list of methods that you have, you can see from here. So parallel period, we are calculating the amount till 2 years back. Till 2 years back it is calculating. So it is going to showcase the sum after 2 years back. Okay, so we are making a filter till 2 years back. Whatever the sum that it has, it is showcasing. That is fine. And the next one is, this is what a parallel period. So the same period last year is going to give only 1 year back data, whatever the granularity that you are looking for. And parallel period, you can define the filter 2 years back or 3 years back. At that period, what is the sum? Sum of all. Sum of all, not sum of till that date. Okay, so it is what a parallel period. And now the next one is start of a year, start of a quarter, start of a month, and similarly we have end of a year also, quarter, end of a month. So the next one is start of a month. Start of a month, what it is going to give is, it will showcase what is the value which is available starting of a month. For all the remaining days it is going to showcase, but with this we started. If you want to showcase, you can showcase it. So calculate, I want to calculate the sum, and I want to calculate the start of a month, and what is the dates column, the full date alternative key. So start of a month, the number, check the formula, and 1 decimal 1000 separator, click on OK. So the start of a month, it is giving that what is the value which is started with that month. It is giving 14, 17, 14, 11, 20, right? You are seeing it a month level granularity. You are not seeing a dates. That's why it is not giving. But if you expand, if you add that date, you can see that, and first day it is a 14,000. So for all the days it was showcased as a 14,000 only till the month end. And August started with a 17,000. The complete month it was showcased with a 17,000 only. Okay, and September it is a 14. It started with a 14. So what is the value which you started with? That is what is start of a month. Start of a quarter. With what value you started with that quarter? Start of a year. What is the starting value in that year? So that is what it is going to represent. Starting value in that quarter. So it is going to represent. Those are the three functions. If you want, you can check the start of a quarter also once. So start of a quarter. So I am removing that column. The next measure is new measure, start of a quarter, and start of a quarter. Before doing that, calculate the amount, comma, start of a quarter of full date alternative key. So it's a number 1 decimal 1000 separator, click on OK. So the value starts with what value, like in that quarter, for to that complete quarter, whatever the value it is started with, it is going to give. So you can consider that for every 3 months you are getting one value. For every 3 quarter, 3 months, it is giving the same value. With what value that quarter was started, it is giving. With what value that quarter was started is giving. So that is what start of a quarter. Similarly, start of an year is nothing but the complete year, the first day, whatever the value that you have, that is going to showcase. That is start of a quarter, start of a month, start of an year. The next one is, anyone has any questions up to here? Yes.
How can we cross check at the time of parallel periods? That means last 4 days data we want to display it, and then it was giving the correct data. And is there any possibility?
Correct data.
One way is we can easily cross check it, but when compared to last 5 years, 4 or 6, it's a really simple thing.
Can you please go ahead with the question again?
Now we are using the parallel period. We want to showcase last 5 years of data.
Last 5 years or 5 days?
5 years.
5 years data, okay.
At that time, we use that by using parallel period, we can do it, right? So, whether it is giving the correct data or not.
That is what the testing. That is why we are there, right? So after testing only, we are going to deliver it.
Okay.
Yeah. So we are there to test, to take care of those things only, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So after testing only, like what is the need of a developer? The developer is going to understand all those things. If you need to create MTD, you are going to use this function, and how much guarantee that you are going to give this MTD is going to give a correct value? If they ask the requirement, yes, we know that yes, there is MTD function which is going to calculate the month MTD data, month to date data, and we are going to use this function, and we are going to deliver it, and we are going to test with a couple of scenarios, and we are going to deliver it. So that is what automation, right? Like if you are writing a function means that is an automation. One time we are going to test it. So at time of development. Then after that will be automatically showcase last 5 years data only.
Okay, after comparing with year to date, month to date, quarter to date, and based on that we can confirm that it was giving the correct value or not, right?
Yeah. So I saw there are some companies like last year some people got a job in one of the company where the Microsoft client is there. So then after I given a support, like whenever they have some question, they used to give a ping. I saw that they have an environment in a Visual Studio. They placed that you have a DAX queries are there. At the same time, their equivalent SQL queries also there. The DAX equivalent SQL queries are there. They both kept at a Visual Studio, and they used to run them. And whenever the value miss was occurred, it is going to showcase this is the wrong data. Okay, so that in that way they used to test. Okay, a company called Sonata in a Microsoft client, I observed that one. Okay, so they used to maintain that SQL queries, equivalent SQL queries of DAX expression, whatever you done, whenever a data refresh was done, they used to run this one, and they are going to identify with respect to source and with respect to model. What do you mean by DAX query? DAX query is nothing but a model, right? On top of a model. So before model and after the model, they are going to validate it. If both are success, they are considering that proper data full was done. There is no issue, they are considered. Like everyone has their own approach based on your model size.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you make any grouping on the year-wise? Because it was showcasing individually each and every year, right?
Where?
First column, it was showcasing the year-wise data, right? Year and
This one? Which column number refers?
First column, left side of the amount.
This one?
Yes, row levels.
Group.
Yeah, if you make any grouping for each and every year, it was showcasing the individual runner.
Uh, so that is not I'm done. That was the pivot table functionality.
Okay, okay. When we do the pivot functionality, when we use automatically, it will show displays like this, like.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Anyone has any other questions? Satish? Okay, fine. So that is what start of a month, start of a quarter, and start of an year, and a parallel period, same period last year, and month TD, QTD, and YTD. So I'm closing here. We'll continue from here in the next session. The next session is today evening only. Like we'll close the time intelligence all the functions today, and today evening we are going to connect it at 10. We are going to connect and we are going to complete the time intelligence functions, and then after tomorrow morning the session is at 9 we will connect. Okay, so at 9 we will connect and we will continue and close the filter functions tomorrow morning. So that is the next two sessions plan. Today we are going to connect it at 10 and we are going to continue the remaining time intelligence functions. Tomorrow morning at 9 we are going to connect and we will continue with the filter functions. By tomorrow we will close the DAX, however whatever the time we will spend. For now these are the next two session slots. If anyone has any questions, let me know through WhatsApp or a mail. All the people from institute, please stay on the same link now along with the Karthik V, and whatever one or two videos I need to upload, I will upload and I will confirm. And I given a resumes to many people. They followed up me like anything. They mentioned that, boss, I joined for you for the resume, like for a job resume and all those things. They told me 1 or 2 days they asked me resume. Whenever I not given, they escalated me, and even after 5 days I didn't get resume, reverted. Okay, and they said that it is not a good day. 20th is a good day, 18th is a good day. They are saying. Okay, so make sure that you are going to send the resume back to me, and we'll update that resume. Okay, once all the people reverted, we'll have a call. All the people will have a call. Whoever I mentioned, 5 or 6 people, what to speak and all. So then after we'll upload a resume. For all the people, we'll have a call in the next 4 to 5 days of time. That's it from my end. If anyone has any questions, go ahead. Or like the institute people can stay on the link for next 5 to 10 minutes of time on the same here. Remaining people, if you don't have questions, you can drop. Karthik V.